I wasn't expecting her until later that night. I had been working late, catching up on things that didn't matter nearly as much as I thought they did. The apartment was quiet, peaceful, just the hum of the refrigerator and the faint sound of traffic outside. Then I heard the key in the lock. She came in, quiet at first, but I could hear the subtle shuffle of her steps as she moved toward the bedroom. My chest tightened, though I didn't know why at first. She was late. Later than she'd said she'd be. Later than anyone in a committed relationship should be. I didn't go to meet her. I stayed where I was, pretending to be absorbed in a book that I hadn't opened all day. Then came the click of the light switch. The sudden brightness revealed her fully. And then I saw it. The smell. The perfume. Not hers. Different. Strong. Lingering. A faint lipstick mark on her neck. The way her hair fell just slightly off from how she'd left it that morning. I didn't move. Didn't speak. I just watched. And in that moment, every little lie she had ever told came rushing back. Every whispered excuse, every delayed call, every, "I'm just out with friends," turned into the reality I had avoided for far too long. She looked at me, expecting something. Shock, relief, confusion. But I didn't give her any of it. My eyes met hers, steady, calm, almost unnerving. "Did you have a good night?" I asked, my voice low, steady. Her eyes flickered, unsure, almost guilty. It wasn't what you think." I laughed softly. Not bitter, not angry, just soft, quiet, almost hollow. "Was it with him?" I asked. She froze. That was my moment to pause, to let the truth settle. She nodded slightly, hesitant, expecting an explosion, a confrontation, tears. Anything. I didn't give her any of that. Instead, I walked to the bedroom window, opened it, and let the cold night air rush in. I turned back, finally looking at her fully. "You came home late," I said. "I waited, not just for your return, but for the person I thought you were." Her lips trembled. "I'm sorry, I held up a hand. "Stop. Don't. Just stop." She looked at me confused. "What do you mean?" "I mean that this isn't about apologies anymore. This isn't about begging or explaining. You made your choice. I'm done letting someone else define my life." I started packing, slowly, methodically, not in anger, but in clarity. Clothes, essentials, my documents, everything that belonged to me. She stepped forward, panic in her voice. "Please, just talk to me. We can fix this. It was a mistake." I shook my head. "A mistake? Maybe. Or maybe it was exactly what you wanted. Either way, it's no longer my problem." She reached for my arm. I gently pulled it away. "I don't want to fight," I said. "I just want to leave." By the time I got to the door, she was crying, pleading, begging me to reconsider, to stay. But I had already decided that my peace mattered more than her guilt, more than her excuses, more than the illusion we had built together. I walked out into the night. The air felt sharper than usual, biting in a way that reminded me I was alive. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. The next few weeks were brutal. Friends asked questions I didn't answer. She called, texted, sent messages on social media, promising change, swearing she hadn't meant to hurt me. But I ignored every one of them. Each time I felt the sting of betrayal, I reminded myself that her choices did not define my worth, that my life was mine to live, not hers to manipulate or misuse. Eventually, I moved into a new apartment, a place without reminders of her absence, without traces of her lies. I started rebuilding, slowly. Work, friends, hobbies. My body, my mind, my heart, all reclaimed piece by piece. Months later, I ran into her by chance. She looked different, softer, humbled maybe. I didn't speak. I didn't need to. She approached, hesitant. I messed up," she said. I smiled faintly. Not with joy, not with malice, just with clarity. "I know." Her eyes widened. You forgive me? I shook my head. I don't forgive because I'm angry. I forgive because I stopped letting it control me. And I moved on. She didn't know what to say. She couldn't, because the version of me she had thought she could hurt no longer existed. That night, walking away, I realized something profound. Betrayal doesn't just wound. It awakens you. It forces you to see clearly, to choose who you want to be. And sometimes the best revenge isn't exposing them or punishing them. It's walking away, living fully, and never looking back. I didn't just survive her one-night stand. I became stronger, sharper, more alive than I had ever been. And in that strength, I found freedom.